Alright guys, so I'm going to show you right now how to set up your Lightroom Classic software using Google Drive and our school accounts. What I'm going to ask you to do is go to your digital design folder, and first things first, I want you to create a new folder in there called Lightroom. Once you've made a Lightroom folder, I'm going to have you open up the app on your computer called Lightroom Classic. You can find that right underneath all your other Adobe software. Click on Lightroom Classic. And the thing that you're going to want to do with Lightroom Classic is when you get in there, first things first, we have to make a new library for our Lightroom software. I'm going to go in and go to File, New Catalog. And then in there, I'm going to just name it Andrew Cameron so that everybody knows that it's me and my files. And I'm going to save that inside of that Lightroom folder in Google Drive that I just made. So I have a catalog inside of that Lightroom folder I just made. I'm going to go in and say Create. Lightroom is going to restart when I do that. That's all predictable. At this point, there's only one step left we got to do to get our photographs off of our camera. I'm going to plug my SD card into my SD card reader. I'm going to plug that into the back of my computer. And I'm going to show you guys then how to import off of a card. Either Lightroom will automatically recognize the card and bring up this prompt. That's one option. But if that doesn't happen, you can go to File, Import Photos and Videos. We can go to that SD card, and if you don't find photos to begin with, look in your DCIM folder. There they are. There's some photos a student took earlier today. When you get here, you can choose to select all your photos, or you can choose photos that you want to bring in one by one, or you can select a range of photos by holding down Shift, right? So if you hit on the picture of one and then hold Shift, then you can click the tick box and select them all. So now only the ones that I have checked will import to my computer. We only have one last step at this point to import our photos. To do that, we need to make sure that these are saving in the right location. So I'm going to change this from wherever it says it's going to put photos. I want to make sure they save to that Lightroom folder that we just made. So I'm going to say Choose. I'm going to go ahead and import all of these just so you guys can see what happens when I import these photos. I'm going to go ahead and say Import. It doesn't really look like things are happening at first, but slowly but surely they get brought over and we can see previews of everything that was in my previous import. So that's how we create a Lightroom catalog, how we bring in files. We can even make sure that they imported correctly to our Google Drive by going into our Lightroom and seeing right there they are, there's our photos off of our SD card imported correctly. So that is the basics of bringing photographs into Adobe Lightroom.